All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. Again, my name is Evan with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today's class is website customization. So to get started, we're going to be working out of our command account, which is going to be agent.kw.com. And you're going to log in using your KW username and password. Now, I do want to just go ahead and let you know that your KW username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So make sure that you're capitalizing what you're supposed to, and you do not add any spaces either before or after you hit enter, because that will not allow you any access. All right, so once we are on our home page, it should look something like this. I'll allow everyone just a second to go ahead and kind of if they're following along. So the first thing that we want to do before making any changes to our website is we always want to be sure that our marketing profile is up to date, that all of our profile details within our new KW site is automatically pulling 100% from our marketing profile. So if we have any changes to make, whether it be a headshot photo, or bio information, any contact information, you always want to be sure that is updated within your marketing profile, as that is where the website pulls that information from. So to get to our marketing profile, we're going to be going up over here to where you see your name in the top right-hand corner, and then we're going to go ahead and go down to settings. Now, once we are in our settings page, we're going to go ahead right over here to the left-hand side, and we're going to go and click on Connect Settings, and then we're going to click on Marketing Profile. So the first thing I always like to point out is at the very top right of this page, you're going to see this green little toggle. This means that your profile is feeding into your website and your marketing. So if this was to be toggled off, then your website is no longer going to be branded to you. It's just going to redirect to the generic kw.com website. And this goes for your app as well. So you do want to make sure that this is always toggled on and that you see that little green circle. After that, we have our headshot and our team logo. So you don't want your headshot photo to be cropped down to a, you do want your your headshot photo to be cropped down to a perfect square. This way that it comes out looking even. If it's not cropped to a perfect square, recommended like 360 by 360. It will look distorted, kind of like funhouse mirrors. It'll be like stretched long and thin or short and stout, and we don't want that. So making sure that this is cropped accordingly, and you can always, again, send this to us with your KW username and password, and we can make sure your headshot gets added for you correctly. Keep in mind, too, your headshot photo is a required field on your marketing profile when you update this. Then you can tell that by this little red asterisk next to the My Photo section. Scrolling down, you see the team logo. There is no red asterisk, meaning that this is not a required field. However, we do highly suggest that you have something in place here. The reason for this being is because whenever you send smart plans, things like that, from your command, it will have a broken image for where this team logo image should be. So we don't want that. It looks a little weird when it shows a broken image. So we suggest using, if you have a team logo, if you're on a team, if you have your own business company logo, you can use that as well. Market Center DBA logo, or you can simply just use a generic KW logo, whatever your preference would be. This is going to have the same requirement size as the headshot photo. So perfect square, I'm recommending about 360 by 360, and this should look just fine. Scrolling down, you have your My Details section. Your My Details section is going to have some required fields as well. So the required fields on here is going to be your first and last name. And then it allows you to enter some other information. Sorry. Some other information. You can add your license number. You can add a team name here if you're part of a team. You don't have to, you can leave it blank. You can put, you know, if you have your own personal team, you can add that there. You can add your market center name, whatever works best for you, your preference would be. Any professional job titles such as realtor, real estate agent, broker, associate broker. If you have specialized in anything else, you can add that here as well. Keep in mind, there is also a section for designations and credentials. And if you have any slogans you would like to add, there's a spot for that too. Scrolling down, we have our affiliation section. If you have any military affiliations, there is going to be this drop down. So when you select if you're active duty, for active duty affiliations, there will be this box that appears, and it allows you to select what branch of service you served in. And there's also, if you are from another country that you served in, there is those options to add those as well. So there is a whole lot of different options for active duty. If you are just a big supporter of the military, there is at the very bottom a supporter patriot option that you can select as well. If you just want to select, you know, supporter of the Army, Air Force, you can do that. Scrolling down, you'll see that the bio section is a required field also. However, not everybody has a professional bio ready or set up yet. If you wanted, you can just put a little period in this box, so that way it does let you save this place, save your information without having a bio entered in here. And so you have one created, then you can always come back and add that later on. All right, so moving down, we do have some contact information as well. So we have a phone number, office phone, email, website, all of these things. So if you have your company website, you can put here, KW websites, things like that. If you have your website being forwarded, or like to a purchase domain, you can add that purchase domain URL here as well. You have your market center information. So your market center, brokerage logo, the name, brokerage name, address, things like that. Oh, I do see a question for the market center website. It's hosted by Command. Does it also pull the information from market role? Is the team leader's marketing profile the one who pulls info from? Lucia, that all depends. So like under the I believe it says meet the team tab, that will pull for everybody's individual marketing profile. So making sure that those roles are and the associates profile of Command MC, making sure those roles are assigned correctly, will pull off what they show under there. If that's what you're referring to. All right, so you have a compliance section next, though you have your legal footer text, any legal footer information that is required by your state. This is where you'd be able to add those. If your website was set up by us, we typically have all that information, so we typically will make sure that it gets added, but you can always double check. If something does need to be added, you can click add another link where it likes you put the link title, the link URL. If there's something that you don't need that has been added, you can always click the little trash can and it will remove it for you. This legal footer image, this is like a thumbnail size view. It is very, very tiny. So we just kind of suggest if you're going to add any image here, it would just be something such as like like the realtor logo or like fair housing, or just some kind of small image like that, because again, this is going to be very, very tiny. Scrolling down, we have our social media links. This is going to be for on your website where it has the little links for all your social medias under, I believe it's under your photo. This is going to be where those links pull from. So making sure that these links go to your accounts correctly is kind of important to make sure if any clients want to reach out to you on social media, they can get in touch with you. Below that, we have the Google Analytics ID. Now, this is one of two sections. If you have a Google Analytics ID already set up and you want to add it, this is only one of two places that you would need to add it, which I will show you where the second one is a little bit later on. If you do not have Google Analytics ID, or if you don't know what Google Analytics IDs are, it's basically something that you can set up through your KW email account. It just tracks the movement and the activities on your website, so you can see how many people are clicking, how many people are visiting your website. You can just kind of track all kinds of great information. If you don't have one of those set up, give me 1 second. I will drop a link in the chat that will that you can use to submit a questionnaire to us, that we'll be able to go ahead and get that set up for you and get it attached to your accounts. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, so that is going to be the link to get the Google Analytics ID set up. You're just going to, when you log in, it's going to ask you for password. Just enter your Market Center number for that. So, all righty. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our website now. So what we're going to do is we're going to want to go over to our icons on the left-hand side, and we're going to go ahead and click on the consumer tab, the consumer icon, which is going to be the very last one on the bottom. Now, if you are not familiar with these tabs yet, or these icons, you can always click on this KW in this red square, and it does pop out for you, so you can kind of just navigate a little easier. If you like that way that looks, you can always do that. Again, that's just a preferential thing. A cool little trick. Okay, so once we get to the consumer tab, this is going to be where we can find the back end of our website. Now, one great way to be able to tell that you are in the new agent's website, like you've upgraded your website, is going to be this giant blue banner that you see right here where it says manage my website. If you have been with KW for a while and you have not updated your website, you should not see this big blue bar. And that means that you are still using the previous versions of the website, and you most likely will not be able to follow along with most of what we're doing today. So we recommend going ahead and reaching out to us, support at scottleroymarketing.com, and for assistance with updating your websites to the new agent websites. And then you can always go back and check out this video a little bit later once the website's been updated, and you can follow along with everything. All right, so starting off, you're going to see right here at this bottom, the section, we're going to skip over this button for just a moment. You're going to see my website settings. So this is first subdomain is going to be your domain that you use for your website. So when you send out to people to view your website, you're going to see this one is caitlinbarnes.kw.com. Now you'll notice there is no www.kw, as well as many other companies do no longer use that www. If you enter it into the URL bar, nothing will show up. It'll show that the page cannot be found. All you have to do is just leave off the www. So it'd just be caitlinbarnes.kw.com. If you want to make an update to it, you can simply click in the box and type in what you would like it to change your URL to, and then click save. Now keep in mind, if you change it, this will no longer work. So if you have this on your marketing materials, if it is showing this is your website URL in your marketing profile, they will not be able to access your website via that link anymore. All right, Nico. Yeah, just go ahead and send us an email, support@scottleroymarketing.com, if you want to go ahead and try to take care of now. We have great agents that'll be able to look into that for you. Just make sure you send them your KW username and password as well, so they can just dive right in. All right, so next we have our app URL settings. The app URL settings, this is going to show you your app URL link. This is not able to be updated. As you can see that it is grayed out. This is though you are able to copy this, so you can send it if you send out any like marketing emails. People can download it straight from their phone, or something great as well is you can take this link and you can create a QR code using this link, so people can just scan it directly with their phone, download the app, and it's going to have you your app already registered to them. You also have some preferences here in regards to the home loans, the Keller covered, and the neighborhoods on agent sites. So you can choose whether these are disabled or enabled. If you are on a team also, you probably will see there is another square, like a square section here that will have other URL links. Those are going to be for your team. I forget exactly what they say. They let me see, give me 1 second. I can actually. The websites seem to be running a little slow today. All right, so they would look something like this right here. So if you're on a team, you should see this. This is gonna have the team name, your team website URL, your team app link, and then your team member app link. So we do have great videos that kind of explain these a little bit more. If you want to check those out on our YouTube channel, or you can email us and we'll be able to give you some more information about these. All right, scrolling down, you have forced registration. This is a way, so if you have your website sent out, you want to attract new clients, this is going to allow them to come in and view properties, but this is setting a limit to how many properties they can view before it makes them register an account with your website. When somebody registers an account, it automatically collects their information that they enter and puts it into your database. It gives them that fancy little mark next to their name in your data in your contacts, showing that they did register an account. And once that account has been registered, you're able to send saved searches, and they can create saved searches as well. So that's a pretty cool feature, but you just have to make sure that this has been registered. You are able to provide kind of like a concierge service. You are able to set it up for them. We just highly recommend making sure that the email address that you're setting up for them, that you're using, is the one that's registered in your that is the one that they use, because that's going to be registered in your account. And making sure you just send them an email. Hey, I already went ahead and registered you with my website. Here's your login information. Here's the link to get there. Just kind of like providing that information for them. So it's up to you whether or not you want to. All right, Jesse, can you see anything if someone who isn't registered uses it? If somebody is not registered with their account and they're scrolling and checking out properties, you're not going to be able to see anything. So another great thing about when they register an account, you're able to see if they're liking properties, what properties they view, things like that, all because they went on your website and registered it. So driving that attention to your website, driving that information, and having these property limits set, even if it's only like two, that's just something that you're allowing them to do, but it allows you to collect that information. Again, unless you provide that concierge service and you have their information to be able to register that account for them. Okay, my pleasure. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the back end of our website now. So we're going to scroll up, and now we're going to go ahead and click on this edit my website. All right, so once we get into our dashboard, we're going to have our website pages listed down here below. These are the default pages that automatically come with every new KW website. So we're going to go over all of these on our new website. I'm sorry, in our website overview class. So today's class, we're just going to be going over these quick start options that you see here with adding a few additional pages. So the pages that we're going to add today is going to be the mortgage calculator page, local school search page, the home valuation tool, as well as why work with KW. And we also now have these new property landing page to kind of like, so when you send out your property list, your listings to clients, you have that property information page. This is a new feature that they just released. There is another way after the class. Once we're done with this, I'll show you there's another way to do it, but it looks different. It is different than this, so you have two different options on how you want to do it. So I'll show you that at the end of the class as well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in and start right away. We're gonna start with the mortgage calculator page. KW has already built that into the website dashboard. So all we have to just do is just go in and manually add that to your site if you wish to show that on your website. So you'll see right here under the quick start option, you'll see that we have this section here that says mortgage calculator. You have the blog post, custom page, landing page, with all these different options, but we're going to go to mortgage calculator. All right, so I like to just give everything a second after you click on it. Like, it looks loaded, but if you've worked in this website before, worked in Command, you'll know sometimes it just takes everything a minute to load. You gotta have patience when it comes to KW Command. All right, so once this loads, we do have the option to make a couple of adjustments here if we would like to. So you have a page header. You can see the page, I'm sorry, you can see the section for the page header. It's going to show if you want the page heading, if you don't. So it's currently automatically set to none. However, you can go ahead and set it to page heading. If you would like to, you can add a background image. So when you have this page heading selected, it's going to show the mortgage calculator on top of the mortgage calculator. Again, that's your preference. You can also change what it says. You can also change this section to have a background image by adding the background image here. So when you click on the plus, you can add a, I'm clicked on another one. When you click on the plus, it's going to add this drop down. You can click on that. And then it's going to pull up this box of pre-loaded images that you may have already used or added. If you want to add a new image that is just in your computer, you can come down here and click on new. You can add the internal name, the new file upload, and the caption, and then it will add it to this area. And it looks like this is just taking a little bit of time. Let's try to. But this is where you would go to add an image. I guess it's not going to want to work for us today. But that's where you would go to add an image, and then the image would show right here in this this box area. We're just going to go ahead and rehide the title since it's not wanting to cooperate. And you can see whenever you make changes, such as like selecting hide or unhide title, you can see that it's working right here. So just kind of giving it time to load is going to be your best friend. All right, so scrolling down, you do have your page content section, which is going to be your HTML embed code, which we don't really need to mess with. Everything is set up the way it should be. Below that, you have your contact me form. So when they are on your page and you have their mortgage calculator option, they're able to fill out the contact me for more information. Can you tell me how you got there from command again? I was fixing stuff. Yes, so real quick, I'm going to go back just so I can assist with how we got here. So let me finish this and I'll tell you how we got here. So just one moment. So yeah, so basically this with the mortgage calculator page, everything is preset for you. So the only thing you really need to change is if you want to add the title, the header here that says mortgage calculator, which again, you can change the way that shows. You can change what that says, and you can add an image if you want to. So those are the only things that I would really change if you're trying to do the mortgage calculator. Once everything is how you would like it, which I'm just going to turn this off because I don't like how that looks. That's my preference. So once you see that it's adjusted, you can go ahead and click publish. And you'll see that there is this green bar right here that comes up that says it's been saved, and it gives you this return to dashboard option. Now, because these websites can be a little finicky, sometimes this return to dashboard option this link doesn't pop up, but you'll see that it was saved. You can always click on this KW symbol right here, and it'll take you back to the dashboard as well. So you can see here under our custom pages now shows mortgage calculator, shows it's published, and it shows today's date. So this is going to show that it's been added to our website. All right, so we found it. Awesome. I got an error message, but not sure what errors need to be fixed. So that may be, Dean, that may be because if you click like add an image, it should technically show you kind of where. It just depends. Dean, if you'd like, we can go ahead and if you want at the end of class, if you want to send me your logins and we can kind of look at it together, that'd be perfectly fine. We can just skip over it and come back. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to the dashboard. All right. So another thing too, you can go ahead and check, you can just go ahead and make sure on your website that you are seeing that the links, that these pages that we've created are now showing on your website. So when you get to your website, you can find this little more tab here and you see mortgage calculator, boom. And this is what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go back. I'm getting the error as well. We can take a look at it at the end, so we'll just circle back to it. Guys, if you're getting any errors on these pages, we'll just get through this class, the recording. At the end, I'll stop the recording and then we'll go ahead and jump into those for you. Okay, so again, now that we've added our mortgage calculator to our website, we are going to go ahead with the next page, and we're going to take a look at adding is going to be our local school search page. So we're going to go ahead and grab that widget. So we're going to get this widget from publicschoolreview.com. I will drop this link in the chat. And for anybody who might be following along with this later on, this pre-recorded on our YouTube channel or slmtraining.com, we will have this in the comment section below. So this is going to be the link where you can find the public school widget that we are going to use. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So if you get a little pop-up when accessing it, you can just go ahead and select agree. It's a completely free site. You don't have anything to worry about. Okay. So now that we should all be here, we should all see this. We're going to go down to this little section here where you see the school data widget. So this is the widget that we are going to be adding to our website. So I'm going to go ahead and customize the size to make it just a little bit bigger. We're going to click on custom. And then we're just going to go ahead and adjust this to be 800 by 800. And you also want to enter your location that you are wanting this to be. So you see currently it's set to Austin, Texas. I'm based out of Atlanta. So you see enter city, comma, state or zip code. So make sure you're entering it as shown. There we go. So you see schools in Atlanta, Georgia. So you just want to make sure that is showing correctly. It may take a second to adjust. So you do also have the map, you have the list, and then you can also have the little search. So find schools near you option. You can also change the color of the widget by this background. Again, it's just a really tiny little outline that you can change, but however you want it, whatever works best for you. All right, and once you have everything, you're going to go ahead and click on generate code to update the code down here in the box. And then we are going to just highlight all of it. And then we're going to right click and click on copy. So now we've generated our widget and we've copied our widget code. We're going to go ahead and go back to our website. And then we're going to go ahead and for this, because we are creating this with our own widget code, we're going to create a custom page. Not landing page, but make sure it's a custom page. So the first thing we're going to do is, Nicole, you don't see all of what? This, you don't see all of this? I dropped the link for this app in the chat, just up a little bit. You just gotta scroll down. Okay, we can come back to it as well at the end of class. Okay, I was trying to do it in command. Yep, you got to follow along. All right, so now we are back on our page. We have our the custom page. First thing we're going to do is select our page title. So I'm going to go ahead and put in local school search. Again, this is a preference. If you prefer to word it some other way, perfectly fine. So you do also have the option to down here have the page header. You can hide it if you don't want it shown. If you prefer it to just be the widget that we're going to add, you can do that. Or you can have it shown and you can again add the image. Let's see if this one might be a little more cooperative than the last one. It looks like it might not be. But there it goes. So you should be able to click on this and then any of your preloaded images that you've used or you've already added should show here. Or again, you can click on new and then you can add it from your computer using this way. So you have your internal name, your file name, you can do new upload, new URL, try to save it from your computer. It's a lot easier trying to pull it in by doing new upload. And then you click choose and it will pull up your images from your computer. Once you have it added, just click save and then you'll click back and then you should see it here. So for the sake of this, we're just going to go ahead and put this picture in. You'll see the pictures added and now it kind of adds this background here. Okay. So local school search. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go down and we're going to go ahead and click on add module. So for this, we're going to, for this module, again, we have our widget code from down here, and this is going to be considered an HTML code. So then we are going to add our module on our website. We want to go all the way to the bottom, and we're going to choose the option HTML embed. So then we're going to scroll back down, and then we're going to click on the little blank space in the box here. Should see HTML mortgage calculator or create new, which we're going to go to create new just so I know ours shows the mortgage calculator already, but it's just so we can kind of go over how to add it. So internal name again, just going to do local school search. And then again, this is another one you can use whatever verbiage you like, completely up to you, your website. And then you have the box that shows raw HTML. We're just going to go ahead and paste it in. Now, as you can see, when you paste it in, it's going to show that it is not quite center. It is just a little off to the left. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. We are going to add right in the very, very beginning of the code that we copied and pasted in. We're going to add I'm not sure what those are called, but it's like the arrow pointing that way. We're going to type in center and then do the outside one. So now you can see that it is centered. And then we're going to go ahead and click on publish. So again, now that we have published it, you should see that it shows published. You see this green bar. And we're going to click on the back arrow here. Now we're going to go ahead and click on the drop down here, and then you see that we have the local school search. And you see it's working, just kind of takes a second. And then you should see it pop up over here in our preview window. Apologize if I'm going too fast. I'm trying to go as slow as possible. We do have a bit to get through today. We can, at the end of class, I can always go back over with you and we can kind of go over some recording. I can send you a previous recording as well too, if that'll help. So now that we should have this here, we should be seeing in our preview window, again, the local school search option. We're going to go ahead and click on publish in the top right. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we actually click on the publish, we should go ahead and go back to the add module. And then we're going to want to add our contact. I'm not sure where this one went. Oh, I'm sorry, it's under form. I had a. So we're going to add the form and then we're going to add the contact me. So that way it has the contact me option below it here as well. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure we click on publish. So again, I just clicked on the add module. And then from the add module, I scrolled all the way down and clicked on form. And then I clicked on contact me to add that. So that way you'll see that it has the local school search and then it has the contact me form. We're going to make sure we click publish again. And then we see our green saved bar here. And we're going to go ahead and go back to our dashboard. Again, just to make sure that we have everything saved correctly, we can just hop over to our website. And then we can just go under the more option and see the local school search. Double check everything's showing the way I wanted it to, and we're good to go. So now we're going to go back over to our website. And so the other pages that we're going to add is going to be the home valuation tool, and the KW, the Why Work with KW tool, and then the property landing page template. So we're going to go ahead and click on the custom page option again. And the first thing is going to be our page title. So again, you can title it however you would like. You can use your own verbiage. So what's my home worth? You can choose to leave the heading. Again, we can do none. You can hide it. You can add an image. Again, this is going to be completely up to you. There it goes. See, I was sometimes it lags a little bit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and down to the page contents, and we're going to click on Add Module. And we're going to scroll all the way down. Can I also get a copy of the pre-record? So yeah, it will be added to our YouTube channel later by the end of the day. At the end of the class, I'll show you where you can find everything on our YouTube channel. You can also find pre-recorded classes from like a couple weeks ago as well. Those will already be added on our YouTube channel. So under our links here, you're going to see the home value search component. And this is what we're going to want to add. So this is going, you see, this is what is going to pull up. So they're able to discover the home's value and provide that information. It will also give them a contact form to reach out to you for more information once they input their information in here as well. So it's a great way to capture those leads from the website. And just like the local school search page, I am going to go ahead and add a contact form to below this, just so it is there. Kind of just keep it consistent in my opinion. So again, we're going to do the add module. We're going to click on the form, and then we're going to click on the contact me form. And you'll see that now the contact me section has shown right below them what's my home worth. So now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and click on publish. You're going to see the green bar here that shows that it was saved, and then we're going to click on the return to dashboard again. Now, again, just to double check to make sure everything was added correctly to the way I wanted it, we're just going to go ahead and click on our URL, and we're going to click on where to go. Oh, I gotta scroll down. That's why. May just be delaying. What's my home worth? Publish. Can you arrange the order of the page list? You mean like what order they are when you click on the more, when that was shows there? Yes, you can. So if you're referring to these, whenever you're I'll go over that at the end of the class, or have blog under more and home evaluation in main section. I'll kind of touch on that at the end of class. Wasn't sure why it's not showing. Does anybody else have a problem possibly not seeing it on there? I know that things have been messing up a little today. That's why I'm wondering if it's just command being funky. No, that's typically what it is. So as you see, when I clicked on it, like it looks like it's trying to load, but it's not quite doing anything. Yeah. So most likely KW is doing some kind of changes or updates right now, it looks like. So they always kind of it didn't come up at all, probably because I forgot to put the contact module. It should still come up even without the contact module. That is just an extra little thing to have here for them to get in contact with you. So even if you didn't put this section in and you just had the what's my home worth, it should still come up. There shouldn't be a reason why it's not, except for that it's lagging to feed over, because most likely again KW is doing something. There it goes. So most of the time KW likes to do updates. There's a lot of things changing and updating with the KW websites these days, which is also good thing, but it also happens to be a lot of times when we do our live classes. So the school one is missing, got the mortgage calculator. April, we'll go ahead and circle back to see why your school search was missing, and just at the end of class though. I got you. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go back to our dashboard. And we're going to do the why work with KW, which is going to be very similar to the mortgage calculator one. So we're going to give this a click. Hopefully it allows me to get through everything. And you'll see that once you click on it, everything pretty much loads for the first part, for the most part. Again, you're just going to have those options. Do you want to change the page title? Why Keller Williams? Do you want to reword that to a verbiage that you like a little better? You most certainly can. Do you want to change the page heading? You have that option. So basically, you're just going to, if you want to add it, when you click on it, you're just going to come over here and then click publish. Again, now you have the green saved bar, and then you have your return to dashboard. And let's see if it allows us to check it. So it looks like it may just be taking a little bit of time to be pulling everything over, but it should be. At the end, we'll go ahead and just double check that all of them are there. All right, and then so the last one, the newest one, is going to be the property landing page. So this is going to be the new way if you want to, just like how on the old websites, on the older version of the websites, you could create a landing page for a new listing that you may have to send out in your marketing to clients and stuff. This is going to be a lot like that. So first you have your featured listing section. So this is where you're gonna be able to add your property's address or the MLS. So I'm going to just start typing and see what I can see because I don't have an actual property. So let's go with this 795 Lois, Reno, Nevada. Hmm. So this property was sold and it doesn't look like there's too much information. So let's go ahead and just look for something else. Let's see this. There we go. That should do a little better. All right, so once you put in the listing address or the MLS number, you should see that the first the image that's going to appear is going to be the default listing image, which we are able to change that in just a moment, and we get to that if you'd like. But you're going to see that it shows the default listing image here. You're going to see that it has some of the property information, such as the number of bedrooms and bath, the square feet, along with the price, the address, and a little bit of the property information here. As you scroll down, it's going to have some of your contact information, and then it's going to have the photo collage section where you can scroll through photos as long as photos were added. This one looks like there's only one, but there's also going to be this little map, and then followed by the contact me information. So once you enter your property address, the featured or the MLS information, can you repeat the listing? So the listing that I just put a random address. So if you have a listing of your own, by all means, you can add that in. I just literally used a random address. So I use 112 DEDHAM number 112 Canton. I just literally started typing in a number. So there is going to be a page title requirement here, as you can see. Where was the page? Oh, okay. So the page is going to be right in the quick links of the website. So from the back end of your website, the quick start where we clicked on the landing page template. This one right here. Am I going too fast for anybody else? I mean, does this? All right, so moving along. Again, there's a page title requirement, which you can just put 112. You put the property name. So I'm gonna do 112 Dedham, which is the property address. And then scrolling down, you have your featured image / video. You'll see that there is this little drop down section. When you click on the drop down section, you do have the custom image and you do also have a custom video. Now, custom image, you are able to upload custom image, from your, I'm sorry, from your computer, or if you change it to custom video, the custom video does have to be supported by another platform. So you can't just upload a video from your computer. This video will have to be hosted from like YouTube or another source. So for now, we're just going to use the default listing image. There it goes. So under the contents, some of these content sections, you're not able to do anything to. So we will go through those so the property landing core detail section. So you can add a property title. So you'll see that this, again, these are completely up to your verbiage, your discretion, what you want to do and how you want to do it. So you'll see this property title. This is going to show up right here in this property details section. So if you want to put like, hey, check these out, or whatever, you can put that there, and it's going to show right above the beds and baths. Then you have all of these different toggles. So if you want to hide the title, if you don't want a title, if you want to hide the category, if you want the price hidden, you can choose to hide any of this information that you've seen. Because this is a long one. Drop. There you go. The next section under number 2, you'll see the agent information. You'll see that when you give this a click, nothing drops down because you are not able to hide any of your information. Same thing with the property landing image carousel. You're not able to do anything with that section either. Now the property landing map view, you are able to hide boundary display lines if you would like to, just by simply clicking on this toggle switch. And then number 5, you have the contact me form. You can remove that if you don't want that contact me form down at the bottom. Up to you. Now, again, you are also able to change these. So if you were to drag and drop it somewhere, you are able to move the order that these are in. So let's say the landing map view, I want this closer to the top. You'll see now that it has the property information. You'll have the property map view here, followed by the information and the images. Again, completely up to how you would like that to be moved around. In case, do we add a requested page on your behalf? As in, what kind of requested page are you referring to? Like, are you asking if we will do one of these landing pages for your listing for you? The same one of these. Yeah, we can, I mean, we typically can. The only thing about it is going to be, I mean, it's just going to pull the information off your listing. It's going to be, I mean, in case of difficulty, I mean, yeah, we can do it for you. Again, it's just going to be like, it's just going to be the very basic things. So it's going to be, we're going to use the images that you have on the listing. It's going to be just dead set what it shows here. We wouldn't really customize it too much as far as like, oh, replace these images with that. We will do it and add it to the basics for you. Yeah, that's not a problem. All right, so now we have all of now that we have everything where we want it, you order it. Yes, okay, so video problems. Thank you. No, it's not a problem. Yeah, like I said, it's just certain things like this we will do for you. But sometimes people want to be like, oh, can you replace these photos with these photos? Like for this, we would just use the listing photos, things like that. We'll just use everything as it shows. All right. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay, so down here, the add module section. You do have a couple options to do a property landing custom content block. When you do this, this is again just going to be, let me, so the property, you can move it to, again, move this wherever you'd like. The content block is going to be, let's just say, test and content. This is like if you're wanting to add more information, if you're wanting to, anything that is left out from Oh, here it goes. This is where it's gonna pop. There it goes. Anything that was left out from what wasn't included in these, you can add like any properties, this like a summary, anything like that. Okay, so I mean, and again, it's not that big, and unfortunately, you're not really able to change like the size and everything, but you can add more information, add paragraphs of, just property description, things like that. You are also able to add another image here. So if you want to add more images of the property, you can do that. Whatever kind of content you want to create with that is up to you completely. These are also able again to be I cannot speak today. These are also able to be moved around from the listing, the order. So wherever you want them shown on the page, you can drag and drop where they go. You also have the add module button to do a property, a virtual tour. So if you have like a video virtual tour you want added, again, this does have to be hosted through like YouTube. So if you had it added it on your YouTube channel, you can just grab that link and drop it in here, and then you will be able to, it will be able to be down here as well. So that will also be able to be moved around as well. Now, once you have all your information, everything looks good, you're going to go ahead and see over here on the right-hand side, you have the URL section. So when you click the add URL, you typically can just do, 112 Dedham. You're going to be the new KW New Agent site. So if you are part of the team or part of the Market Center leadership, you will see that you have these other options to add it to like the Market Center sites. Obviously, you don't want to do that or else it's going to be connected with your Market Center website. And then you want to make sure that it is a permanent link. And then when you click publish, what did I mess up? Oh, I didn't add an image to the custom image, but this was just the one for the that I added as a custom module. And same thing with the virtual tour. I didn't add a URL there, so that's why that's showing that. So now we went ahead and saved the URL, which also saved all of this information and everything that we used for it. So you'll see over here that we have the URL that you can right click, click, and click on the copy link address, or you can simply just click on it and it will open a new window. And so you're going to see that it has your website URL, and then it's going to be backslash whatever you decided to save. So we did backslash 112 and then I slash Dedham, so DEDHAM. So you're going to see the property image, you're going to see the information here, the map location, the details, all of that we added. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.